So you guys are far enough along, I can give you some more fine pointers. When you do an exercise like this, think about the center of the body, your spine, as a pole. All right? And your body, as you do these circles, your body is going to go up and down, but it's going to go up and down that pole, as opposed to the body going like this. All right? Which is very easy to do when you're doing circles. It's very easy to fall into something like this. All right? But what happens is you lose your inner stability. So part of what you're practicing is to do movements like that and still maintain that upright pole. Now you don't want it to be real rigid or anything. It should be flexible, but second thing, remember that there's two of you. Well, there's probably a lot more than two of you, but there's at least two of you. One on the right side and one on the left side. If you're actually using this motion, right, to do something, the right hand is going to be doing, probably going to be doing a backhand, right? But the left hand is going to be doing a forehand. Right? So what you're doing each time is 1, 2, 1, 2. Now they move so quickly that you sort of don't see that, but you should feel it inside a little bit. Right? You can even slow down from our usual frenetic pace. Right? 1, 2, 1, 2. And in the meantime, the body's going down to gather energy and then up to apply the energy. Gather the energy. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, let's do this set again. And reverse. So we do this exercise with fists for a couple of reasons. But you can also do this exercise absolutely just as well with open hands. Anyone who's taking the Tai Chi class will recognize that yesterday when we were working on the beginning of move number 2, we essentially did this exercise with open hands. Clockwise and counterclockwise. So the hints that I just gave you a few minutes ago, absolutely go for that move. You have to make sure that you're not leaning around. Leaning around cuts into your efficiency. It's like having a machine with a major axle that just flops around. You don't want to be going like this. You want to be, right, not rigid in any sense at all, but strong on the center. Then all your energy goes out into your hands. Okay. And that same idea applies to any of the exercises that we're doing. It's really obvious in the big circles, but it works just as well for anything else. Shoulders. This also applies to shoulders. If you lean when you're doing shoulders, uh, you're going to miss the real function of this. So let me demonstrate this a little bit with Annie. Is she's going to push me. And so let's say we both have our left foot forward. She's going to push me on the right shoulder. And I'm going to do it the wrong way, and then Annie's going to show you what happens when you do it the wrong way. So one of the things you can do when someone comes in, right, is to roll your shoulder. That's what this exercise is. Again, do it. Roll your shoulder. But if you lean back while you roll your shoulder, you're going to fall over.
Yes.
on your. It's called ass over tea kettle, or I guess it's ass over tea kettle. All right. So how do you avoid that? Go back butt first.
Ting, 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 ting.
Think about your butt. So when Annie comes in and slowly starts to push me, essentially, instead of letting her push my shoulder, I let her push my butt. So
I never knew.
my trunk, instead of my trunk bending backwards, my trunk goes back more or less straight. So when you're practicing this, right, go back butt first. When you do that, when you go back butt first, you're going to activate the lower body a lot more. So you're going to get a lot more exercise because the major muscles of the body are in the butt and the legs. All right? The other thing you can do to up your game with this is remember your shoulder and your hip joints are cognate joints. They're actually the same kind of joint. They're the joint that connect a limb to your body. So if you're going to roll your shoulder, you should roll your hip at the same time. Right? Roll them. When you go back butt first, it helps with that roll. And reverse. Right, roll the hip forward. And the other side. Butt first. Let me show you one more thing. I have to undress to show you this. There are two axes in the arm and the shoulder. We're doing one axis here, so we're just rolling the shoulder in a Lee circle, front to back circle, either backwards or frontwards. But there's another circle that you can add in there, and you should add in there. It will really help with the flexibility of the upper back. And that is the arm itself can turn like this. This is a ping circle, a level circle, right? So when you roll the shoulder back, right? When you roll the shoulder back, watch. You should also open the hand. Turn the whole arm. Now, that's looking at Tai Chi merely as a health aid, and it's important, but it also works in the martial arts. So again, if Annie comes up and pushes me, if I don't turn my arm, watch what happens, right? Again, she just pushes me out. Now, I'm going to ask her to do it really slowly so you can watch. I'm going to turn my arm at the same time that I open my shoulder.
There's nothing there.
The shoulder just disappears and she's pushing into nothing. All right? All right, I have to get dressed again. Okay, right shoulder again. Open the palm. Right? Palm. If they're going to open the palm, the whole arm has to roll. Now, as you get used to this, you don't have to get all OCD about it. You don't have to like this. You can just do it very gently. Right? But you're still opening the shoulder. Right? Opening it backward as well as rolling it. You'll know you're doing it right when you feel the movement of the shoulder joint. We call this the shoulder joint, but the shoulder joint actually goes all the way into the sternum. And you'll know when you feel that, it opens the whole upper quadrant of the chest. When you're doing the other side, you roll it the other way, and now it's going to open the whole upper quadrant of the back. Boom. Let's do a couple more this way. Feel that whole upper quadrant open. Just remember to go back butt first. And reverse. Open the back. Turn the back of the hand in front. Good. All right, now we're going to do alternates, but you do the same thing. Turn, turn. Open the chest, open the chest. Right side, left side, right side, left side. Go back butt first. And reverse. All right, turn the back of the hand forward. Open the back. All right, and double. In a way, the double is kind of the most extreme of all of these, right? Right. Open the palms. Right. You're opening the chest. Master Zhang would say, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And reverse. All right. Open the back. And good.
My hands are tingling.
Annie says her hands are tingling. That's a good sign. So over the Christmas break, we really took time off, and we didn't do any qigong for like what 3 weeks or so, something like that. And one of the feelings you get when you take a couple of weeks off and then you jump back in, it's like there's rust in all your joints, and as
Feel
you
like
start,
the Tin Man.
you feel like the Tin Man in the Wizard of Oz. Oil can, oil can. You feel like there's little flakes of rust just coming out of your joints, and that's actually true. It's kind of rusty chi. So these kind of instructions, you should do them all the time, but you really feel them when you're coming back in after a little break. Explore. Another way to say it is explore your range of motion. Right? One of the ways I've always thought about Qigong, even when I first started, was it's about cleaning the joints and oiling them, lubricating all the joints. And the phrase for that, there's a phrase in English for it, right? Motion is lotion, right? When you're moving and really exploring those, don't force yourself into a painful position or anything. And it takes a few days to kind of work the rust out a little bit, and gradually you're lubricating the joints, and you will feel it. Okay, the wrists.